What's going on, YouTube? It's James with ChiHammer Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got another game for you today at the ETC 2017 in Salamanca, Spain. Guys, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about getting all these games out to you from ETC because I feel like a lot of them I was really playing a different type of game, a different game in general. It was so much harder, so much fun, just such goodness. Anyways, guys, I got a game. Round one, we played Argentina. We played Norway, and we demolished Norway. We actually surprised ourselves. We went to lunch, and all of a sudden, we found out we're playing Argentina the next round. Now, that means that Argentina actually had a similar win, a capped point win, just like we did on round one. So we jumped up to like top 3 tables or something like that, like immediately, right in the beginning. So we're playing Argentina, which is going to be a good game. Now, the thing is, Argentina has a lot of Spanish mercenaries. At the same time, we have a lot of Spanish mercenaries. So these mercenaries know each other. So I feel like that might have hindered our decisions just a bit, because I had, I mean, overall, I made the matches, but I had, on the left side of me, I had Neil as my voice on the left side, and then on the right side, I had Charlie as my voice on the right side. Well, Charlie's one of our Spanish mercenaries, so I felt like him knowing the background of these players kind of dictated our matches. Just a bit. Alright, anyways. So, we started going through the matches, and I'm going to go ahead and give you this picture really quick. This is the matchups. Alright, ooh, that's a bad one here. I can't see who Alan played. Alan's playing somebody underneath that hand. But our dwarf player is playing that first player. Second one is our infernal dwarf player, Joseph. He's playing, it looks like their infernal dwarf player, so it's a mirror match. I have the frickin' Tourney Keeper. What am I looking at? Oh, shit. No. Did that stop? Okay, it's still going. Tourney Keeper right here. Yeah, so Super Orco, our Empire players, is playing their ogres. Charlie's playing Dread Elves. Neil is playing, let's see, it doesn't say on Tourney Keeper, but Neil is playing their Orc and Goblin player. Haha. Oh, I remember the end of that game, actually. Guardy is playing, Hector is playing Demons versus, our Demon player is playing their Beast Herd player. I ended up getting a second game against Jorge and his Highborn Elves. Alan Martini ended up getting against their Vermin Swarm player, and then Joseph is playing their Infernal Dwarfs, and my brother is playing their Empire of Sonstal. So we have 2 Ogres versus 2 Empires. That's funny. Anyways, an Infernal Dwarf versus Infernal Dwarf. But, so I'm playing this game against Jorge. Now, for the fact that we're playing, our scenario we are playing is Breakthrough, which is kind of difficult for me, not so difficult for him because he has cavalry. I don't. And we played this exact scenario. Like 2 days before this at ESC. We're playing Breakthrough, Battle Line, everything is the same. Let's go over the magic. For magic, I got Scorching Salvo, Flaming Swords, Pyroclastic Flow, Enveloping Embers, and then, which is great because he has 2 blocks of Sword Masters that I want to just nuke with the Enveloping Embers. And then for Witchcraft, I got Bewitching Glare, Deceptive Glamour, and the Wheel Turns, which is also great. Alright, so he starts deploying, and we do the same exact thing we did the other game. Now, for his magic, he has very similar pyromancy spells. For alchemy, he didn't take the Whiplash, which is the one that killed Zod last time. He took the one that was -1 armor. I want to say that's what he did. He didn't have cards or anything for his magic. He just kept those dice to the side. The one you can see him pulling to the side right now. Those 4 were his pyromancy. He had 3 for druidism, and then he had 1 for alchemy. So that's how he kept track. But as you can see, this is kind of how he deployed, and we started going back and forth on what we're deployed. And again, I dictate where his guys are going to go based on where I put my monsters. So I put both my monsters on the left side. He drops his Sword Masters on the right side, which is totally okay because I kind of was playing it that way to begin with because I knew how we played last time. The one problem is his, or the other thing is his bolt throwers all the way on the right side, on the corner. So that was able to put all my guys on the left side, hoping, haha, I don't have to get shot by a bolt thrower for the first few rounds, right? And he kind of left. He started deploying on the left side with his knights and his archers, and I was like, those guys are gonna be left out there just to get destroyed. This is gonna be good and fun and easy, right? Well, we're gonna go ahead to vanguards first because I don't have a picture of my deployment, but he vanguards up his Elaine Reavers. I believe that's about it. Here's some pictures of his army, really quick. He has 2 units of Swordmasters, 19 each. One of them has a Rending Banner, the other one has a Gleaming Icon. The one with the Gleaming Icon is obviously not with the BSB because the BSB is inside the other unit. He has a unit of Lancers there. He has 2 Eagles, and then he has a unit of Bitches with Bows, otherwise known as the Queen's Guard. He has the Bolt Thrower on that side. There we go. There's a picture of my Turn 1 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 1 Orcs and Goblins, and also kind of my deployment. So, now that I know that he has everything back there, more or less, what I end up doing is I end up using Crom to run out, because I don't think Crom gives a fuck about archers or Elaine Reavers or any of those. Crom is going to fuck them all up, right? My goal right now, excuse me, is to Monster Mash him. I mean, last time I didn't get a chance to. He kind of avoided it, so this time I'm going to do good. Now, I have a unit of Black Orcs protecting the right side inside the ruins, but basically they were put there originally for breakthrough purposes, but since he deployed everything on that side, they're the only, and I mean only, line of defense on the right side. The Aarocs just going on up. The freaking common goblins are just going to start unloading fire on those sword bastards. The cave goblins too, they're going to start unloading fire. I move Baxter up close enough to start those archers in the field on fire. So that's about 24 inches, I believe. And then at the same time, I'm going to focus on the archers in front of me and the Elaine Reavers that are about to chaff Crom. Alright? That's my goal. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this was a mistake, because he has a unit of Highborn Lancers looking right at my goblins. Now, I put Koopa up there hoping that he's going to take the bait with Koopa, because Koopa will kill him. But the distance for him to my forest goblins, I believe, is like he needs either an 11 or a 12 on the dice. Okay? Which is why I'm like, okay, I'll just do that, right? Magic Phase, I got 10 power dice. I go ahead and I do a Deceptive Glamour on these guys, just make sure they can't shoot me as accurately, which does help and doesn't help, really. It's just whatever. It is what it is. But the other thing too is, with the attribute on Witchcraft, I could give +1 movement to one of my guys. I ended up giving it to Crom. I have future sight into what Crom is going to do. I go ahead and I do an Enveloping Embers on these archers over here. Ends up burning off. I don't know why I didn't do it on the other archers. I should have reversed this. But anyways, I end up killing off 5 of them. Oh, because I wanted to cause a panic. The general and the BSB are on the far right side. So if I could kill this unit and cause a panic, it would cause panics all around, right? So I do an Enveloping Embers, kill 5 of these guys. I use the attribute to start picking at the Elaine Reavers, and then I don't have a picture of it, but basically Baxter and the Baxter and the Bushwhackers unload onto the frickin' flank of these Elaine Reavers, because they're defending the wall, but they're not defending the side. So I got the flank of them, I shoot them, and I just rip apart the whole unit, pop the unit, just kill them all, right? And that was it for my turn 1. Turn 1, Highborn Elves. He makes the charge with the Lancers 2. I'm not even going to show you the picture because there's no picture yet. Well, I can show you this picture. He's trying to charge his sword bastards into the flank of the Aaroc. He needs an 11. On 2 dice, he needs an 11. Maybe a 12, right? Which, if he gets in, he's going to rip apart my spider. That's the truth. That is the truth. He also tries to make the 11, 12-inch charge with the Lancers into Baxter. Well, he fails the charge with the Swordmasters, but this motherfucker nails the charge into Baxter and the fucking Bushwhackers. Are you kidding me? Baxter, I'm going to tell you right now, is the #1 threat I have on my army against his whole army. He can't deal with Pyromancy that well because he'll have T3 everything. And he just freaking nailed a long 11 charge into Baxter and the boys. I didn't even know that Elaine Reavers are movement 9. I did not know this. Or not Elaine. Highborn Lancers are movement 9. But I found out right now. I found out. That sucks. Turn 1. My dad's walking around. He's the coach. And he's like, how's the games going? How's the games going? And I was like, Dad, I just fucked up big time. I could have just fled. If I fled, I would have anything from 2 dice to 3 dice. I would have ran out of his, or you know, a movement 2 or movement 3 would have moved me out of his charge range. That simple. And I would have ran behind my chariots and everybody still by Zod. But I, like a dumbass, I stayed there thinking he's gonna fail, and no, he did not. Oh my god, I felt like such a dumbass. I felt like, oh fuck, my team's looking at me for this green matchup, and I'm not gonna give him a green matchup. Alright. Well, he decides to move his archers out of the line of sight, and he figured since that side is starting to crumble already, he's gonna start getting the breakthrough with the archers and those lancers, as you can see. And then also the archers are now out of line of sight of Koopa's charge, out of line of sight of Crom's charge, out of sight of Zod's charge. So basically those archers are in a good spot right there. Alright, over on this side, he decides to chaff the spider with the eagle. If I charge into the eagle, he'll be able to counter charge me with the sword masters the next turn. And basically that's what he's trying to get to. Magic phase, he got 3 power dice and 3 power, and then he channels. What the fuck? He goes ahead and he does a bubble flaming sword, or I think he did do a bubble flaming sword. Gets it off right here, and these bitches with bows start shooting at my spider. Luckily, he had a move, long range, gets a couple hits, but he fails to wound a lot, and he only gets 1 wound. Either that or I armor saved it. He only got 1 wound off on the A-Rocket. It's going to go in close combat. He kills Baxter and the boys, overruns the unit. And it's going to start off turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Zod and Goblins, turn 2. So now, I'm going to put on this picture. I have to make up these points. I really have to make up these points. And this is a picture of basically how the field looks. Okay? He's not moving up his guys into my common goblin range, which is okay. Whatever. It is what it is. He blocked my flank charge with the spider, with the stupid eagle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to call out the Wog. I'm going to call out the Wog, and I'm going to charge. Again, his BSB's on the right side, too far from that Swordmaster unit in the middle. Just too far. And the general's too far out of the range of that unit right there. I'm going to charge Crommin. Now, Swordbasters, yeah, they'll be hitting me on 2s. Then there's a lot of swings. But he has to wound Crom on 6s. So there's a high chance he doesn't do many wounds at all. Like maybe 1, 2, 3 wounds. And Crom will have a charge, impact hits, maybe by the graces of God, hit somebody on his normal attacks that suck balls, and then thunderstomps. So I have a lot of chances of actually, and all I gotta do, I mean they're only two wide, all I gotta do, it looks like he's having them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he has 19. So he has 10 in the front row, 9 in the back. All I got to do is kill about 4. 4 or 5. 4. No, 5. 5. I have to kill 5. Alright? So again, impact hits and thunderstomps. That's all I'm looking at. He has no protection otherwise. These guys are T3 paper defense. Okay? So I roll it. I need like a... I have +1 movement for the Wog, +1 movement from the Witchcraft spell. So right now, Crom is movement 8 with Swift Stride. I think I need like an 8, and Crom just... boom! Goes in. Come on, big boy. You can do this. I have faith in you, right? So, I don't take the bait into the eagle, because if I do, I feel like he's going to just, I don't know why. I should have just killed the eagle. I probably should have just killed the eagle. But I moved the spider this way just basically to help out. I moved the chariots up on the hill so they could take care of those archers, so the archers can't really go anywhere. I moved Zod up because Zod needs to be closer to the group, and then I moved the black orcs back just a little bit, so that way if he charges in, he's getting all the DTs from the freaking horses, and I keep my common goblin in the forest and going to keep shooting at those guys. I turn my cave goblins facing Koopa, okay? And the reason for that is because I need to release my fanatics. These guys piss me off by killing Baxter and the boys. Magic phase, I got 7 power dice. I go ahead, and it doesn't even really matter. I don't have a picture of what happened in Magic because it doesn't really matter. Shooting phase. I'm going to shoot these guys into the eagle. I kill the eagle, no problem. That's why I didn't do it with the spider. Alright. Over here, I release the Tornado, and the other fanatic broke off his base, and I go right through these Highborn Lancers. Excuse me, Highborn Lancers. It kills 3 out of 5. Are you fucking kidding me? 2d6 hits. Strain 5, AP 1. I did like 7 wounds, and he armor saves Obviously, 4 of them. Are you fucking kidding me? Kills only 3, doesn't cause a panic. They're gonna get away, and Koopa is going to chase the fuck out of these guys, and they know it. They're gonna like, ah, shit, Koopa. Over here, I shoot my K-Pack with their spiral gun into the freaking archers, kill off 1 archer, which doesn't really do much, and let's go into the main event. Impact hits. Boom! 2 wounds. Alright, Crom, you're getting there. You're getting there. All I gotta do is take out that freaking steadfast roll. I go ahead and I swing, and I need 5s to hit. Again, 5s to hit. All of them hit. All of them wound. Are you fucking kidding me? I did 6 wounds. Okay? I thunder stomp, and I do another 3 wounds. I killed 9 guys, or 8 guys. Holy shit, Crom! Holy shit! Now I have a charge. Okay. 8 wounds. Alright. And that's it. So I have a 9 combat res. He goes ahead and he swings. He swung first, obviously. And he does 4 fucking wounds. Alright. So as of right now, just in wounds, I'm winning by 5. He has a banner, I have fear, so I'm still winning by 5. I'm about to pop his fucking 600 point sword bastard unit. Alright, he's down by 5. He rolls the dice. He passes his leadership check. On like a leadership 4 or 3? Are you kidding me? You got a no BSB reroll. Oh my god, no! This was it! This was supposed to be Crom's moment to shine! Crom did nothing wrong. Crom did everything right, and this guy passed his fucking leadership role, and Crom is stuck there. And not only that, but he's probably going to kill me in the next turn. It's going to start off Highborn Elf's turn 2. At this moment, I'm telling my coach, my dad, this is a red match. This went the wrong way so fast. God, can I make it up? Can I recover is the question. Alright. So he doesn't charge anybody in. He moves the eagle in front of Zod's way. I think it's covering Zod and the spider. I don't remember if it's covering both or not. He moves this way towards my common goblins. He doesn't take the bait. He doesn't charge in the ruins. He was about to. He was about to charge my orcs, and he goes, "Are those common orcs?" But again, this guy speaks only Spanish, and my dad wasn't around to speak to translate for me, so it's kind of difficult to. I think I had an easier time translating with him this time. I think probably because we knew each other's list versus last time. And now that I knew this, a ward save was a special save. All right, so it was kind of easier to communicate with him a bit. But he looks at me and he goes, he's like looking at my orcs and he goes, a savage, you know? And I was like, no, they're not savage orcs. He goes, you know, regular. And I go, no, negro, they're black orcs. And he was like, shit. And he grabs his hair and he moves his knights back like, I'm not charging it to black orcs in the ruins. And I was like, awesome. That was fucking awesome that he's scared of black orcs like that. I moved my wolf riders behind my spider, hoping that I could not get shot by bowfire or archers, and basically that's kind of how it looks. I mean, at the moment, that's all he really does. On the other side, he kind of moved the archers a little bit more out of the line of sight of the chariots, and he moves the other guy away from Koopa. Magic phase, he got 9 power dice, and he does an enveloping embers on my common goblins. Oh my god, I believe I tried to stop it and I just failed to stop it. He just rolled really high. This is the unit with all 50 bodies on it. First off, he kills 2 Shady Gits, and then he kills off like 20 common goblins. I mean, like, I have a 5-up armor save at least. No, it doesn't exist. It does not exist. Holy shit, he burned my guy. And then he does the attribute onto the freaking wolf riders and kills 1 or 2. Kills 2. And he also did flaming swords, which did more attribute damage over there. Might have killed 1 with the first one, then did the other one with the flaming swords. Anyways, Okay. Nobody panics though. Oh, he did flaming swords on these guys, motherfucker. God damn it. Oh, close combat. He swings away and he just it was just, it's over. Crom's dead right there. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. So right now, this is only like turn 2, isn't it? He killed Crom. He killed Baxter and the Bushwhackers. Bushwhackers. Baxter, Bushwhackers. And who else did he kill? He killed half my fucking common goblins, half my trap. Alright. Oh my god. This is just brutal. This is brutal. And he's just coming for me. Oh my god. Alright, it's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Jesus Christ. Oh man. So I'm like, Koopa! You fat bastard! Get those two fuckers! I gotta get them out of the back because they're in my deployment zone. This is no joke. This is breakthrough. I cannot let him get the breakthrough in. Now, I also need to get Koopa. Koopa actually stumbles. He flees. He flees towards... Oh, okay. He flees towards my common goblins. Basically, I'm just hoping he doesn't rally. I could potentially push him off the table, right? And now, my cave goblins are facing those archers. He totally missed the fact that the cave goblins are still behind the hill. Totally missed that fact. He tried to walk out of the range of the chariots. I think the laser pointer proves that the chariots can't see him. And then let's see what happened over here. Zod charges into the eagle to clear the eagle. The spider moves around. Basically, I don't know what I was thinking here. I wanted to make sure everybody's still in the front of my black orcs. I tried to set up a trap for him on his sword masters, and I'm going to spend a round of shooting his giant block of sword masters with the spider, the common goblins, and then if he charges forward, tries to go for the spider, my black orcs will get the flank of them, and that'll be huge, right? So that's kind of where I'm going for. It's not looking good. Now, my chariots are coming around to try to get a flank on his other swordmaster unit that Crom failed to kill. Not that he failed, it's just that the guy rolled a really good roll. Alright, so he kind of sees it. I know he sees it, but it's okay that he sees it. I kind of just need to do these moves. I need to do these moves. I need to kill his swordmaster blocks, both of them, alright, or at least one of them. And I have to make sure nothing's in my breakthrough zone. Alright, so as you can see, this is my mess on this side with my monster and all just my dead bodies already piling up. Right, magic phase. I got 8 power dice. Go ahead, and I don't know what I did. Deceptive glamour onto his sword masters, making them -1 to hit, which doesn't really matter. I'm just doing it so I can get +1 movement buffs. It looks like I gave it to Zod. Maybe the spider. I don't remember. Shooting phase. These guys go ahead and shoot at some sword bastards. Kill off a couple. I have to make sure I put those points in for them. Over here, shooting phase, these guys just fucking blast the archers. I actually killed 3. The one ran, and the one that ran never came back. He just kept running. Basically, that's how it looks. Go start off his turn. Highborn Elves turn 3. He doesn't take any charges. I repeat, he does not take any charges. He could have easily killed my dogs, and I think he saw that I was setting him up for a trap. So, I think the other thing too is if he charged the dogs and reform, my chariots can charge into his flank there too. I think that's what I was trying to set up. So he saw it. He keeps seeing these things. I don't know if I have tells or what, but he sees my fucking moves like 3 steps ahead of time, and he keeps fucking stopping it. All right, so. Oh man. Anyways. So, looks like he put a wound onto the spider somehow. I don't even know where that came from. Movement. He moves his sword masters onto the hill just outside of line of sight of Zod's line of sight. Okay. He keeps his other sword masters back because he just kind of is just playing conservative at the moment. And I mean, he has a big lead. He doesn't need to play aggressively. He has a huge lead, right? So basically, he moves up a little bit. He's going to try to shoot my black orcs with his bitches of bows. And then over here, I don't know why I took so many pictures at this turn. These guys rallied. That horse has a hole in his ass. Oh, Magic Phase, he got 5 power dice. This fucker's gonna go ahead and put a wound onto the spider. It looks like he did it with the Ring of Fire or a Bow of Elu or something. Puts a wound on some. The bitches with bows are gonna start shooting phase. They end up killing off only one black orc. Good armor save. Good armor save. Kills off another one with the bolt thrower. And that's basically it. Nothing really killed me in magic. We're gonna start off his turn. Or my turn. Zod and Goblin's turn 4. This turn, holy shit. Well, I'm going to show you this picture right here. He put it so my K-Pack can't charge his sword bastards because Zod is in the way. So, instead of charging Zod, I charged the K-Pack into his archers. He totally forgot that Zod needs to stay there. He chooses to flee. I don't even know why he chose to flee. He fled. Well, Zod charges too. So he flees even further, which allows me to redirect my K-Pack into his sword bastards. So he decides he's going to flee with them too. So he turns and he flees over this direction towards this side. Since he did not kill my chaff, my wolf pack is staring right at the flank there, and I go charge with the fucking wolf, the raiders, and he's like, fuck! He runs over on that side of the hill, and boom! They fucking got his ass! Oh, shit! Oh my god, all the guys all failed their charge. And his archers actually got away. Oh my god! Thank you! Give me some fucking points. Some fucking points. Jesus Christ. Over on this side, I turned my common goblins around to face those fucking 2 bastards that fucking rallied. I moved my iron orcs up a little bit into the ruins. I started moving my cave goblins to go towards his breakthrough side. I'm gonna be honest with you though, I don't make it. We measured it out. If I had more, well, right now they're at full body potential, but if I had more bodies at the end of the game, I could potentially get to his side, but what happens is he just kills too many of my guys. Spider goes this way, basically giving him long charges, not giving him any space to really go, and if you could see it in this picture here, if he moves his sword masters towards my spider, he's going to get flanked by the black orcs. And he sees it, I see it. If he moves them towards the black orcs, he's going to get flanked by the spider. So right now he's in a pincered position. He's in a position where he's going to get hit with one of the 2 units, and this allows me to turn my common goblins to face the 2 guys that are in my breakthrough. Magic phase got 3 power dice. Nothing really happens in magic. Everything I try to do in magic is to boost the plus movement onto my cave goblins so they can get to the breakthrough. Again, they fall just short. Just short. Turn 4, Highborn Elves. Turn 4, I don't know if he charged me. Did he charge me with those guys? I think he might have. I think he did, hoping that I would, he charged into my trap, did he? Yeah, he did charge into my trap. Didn't he? Boom, boom, boom. I'm just jumping ahead. Yeah, no, he did not charge into my trap. I think he just forgot to move him. I don't know what he was thinking here. I don't think it mattered because Koopa was coming up the flank. You can't see it in this picture here, but Koopa was coming up the side by my tape measure, so I think he just kind of stood there like, fuck it. I think he was more focused up there. I don't know what's going on over there. Anyways, so he moves up like this, and this is a very, very tricky situation. This is eventually where I'm going to call my timeout. It starts on my turn, but you'll see what happens. So he moves up this way. He's giving my A-Rock a flank on purpose. He's giving not only my A-Rock a flank on purpose, he's giving my Black Orcs a flank on purpose. He's baiting me. Okay? He moves up the bitches with bows, he moves up the Lancers, and then these guys, like I said, as you can see, Koopa's right there, he just kind of sits there. Magic phase, he gets 10 power dice. He goes ahead and he throws up flaming sword. Oh, he turned a little bit thinner, that's what it is doing. So now he has 3 guys on the flank on each side. But he does a bubble flaming swords. Gives it to the bitches with bows. Gives it to the sword bastards. He goes ahead and he gives the alchemy spell -1 armor on the spider. Gets it off. And he starts racking up wounds on my spider. Now, it's going to be my turn. Alright. I think he failed stupidity with the Lancers. That's what it looks like. I think I gave him stupidity and he failed it, and that's why he's stuck there. That makes a lot more sense than him just staying there. It's going to start off turn 5. Orcs and Goblins. And I'm going to go ahead and... I do this charge with the common Goblins into the trap into his guys here. Okay. Because obviously the stupidity worked and they stuck. I charge Zod into those archers up there, but here's where I call my timeout. Here's where I call my timeout. Before Zod charges in. I'm like... again, I call Charlie because Charlie's done. And Charlie has, at this moment... Charlie has a 10-10. Okay. Surprising. 10-10. Alright, so I call Charlie over and I go, Charlie, he's baiting me. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, he gave me a flank, 2 flanks, with the Black Orcs and the Spider. Black Orcs need a high roll, like a 10, and I don't have a Wog anymore. Spider doesn't need that much. Spider needs maybe like a 5 or a 6, which is easy for a Spider with Swiss Stride, right? And I go, but now I'm flammable, now he has flaming swords, and now I only have a couple wounds left on the Spider. If he whiffs, I'll destroy on my win. I break that whole unit, including his BSB. If he goes first, he's going to kill me. And he goes, no, don't do it. I was like, damn it. I was like, man, I want to, though. I just want to kill that Swordmaster unit. And he goes, nope. He goes, and I'm going to show you the next picture. He says, and Zod charges his archers. He tells me, charge Zod into those archers, get rid of them, get those points, right? He goes, set them up for a future trap. Alright, so I put my Wolf Riders going to take care of his War Machine. I keep my Black Orcs right where they're at, and basically I move my Spider to threaten his bitches with bows, and my Chariots to threaten his Sword Bastards, because the Chariots scare him a lot more. Move Koopa to this side just in case he starts to get through breakthrough, and as you can see, everybody's kind of playing their part at this time. Everybody's just kind of going in. I'm glad I called that timeout, because I would have lost my Spider. Alright, magic! I got 6 power dice. Go ahead and I do Bewitching Glare on these girls over here because I want them to... I want his wizard to fail stupidity, his pyromancy to fail stupidity, right? And basically, if they fail stupidity, I won't get shot by that fucking... The Spider won't get shot again and again by these bitches. Alright, over here, close combat. He kills off one of my regular guys. My freaking goblins go and they just... I don't even think I killed him. I think I just won combat res and he ran off the table. That happened. Anyways, over here, Zod popped his unit over here, passes his DTs, and is going to face this way. And it's going to start turn 5 Highborn Elves. Turn 5 Highborn Elves, he's like, fuck. And he's asking his team how many points they're at, because he's the captain of the team, of their team. So he asks them how many points they have, and they're like, it's kind of a tie right now. And he goes, alright, fuck it, I'm going to just charge in. So he charges in his Lancers into the Black Orcs. He needs to get the breakthrough. I just popped the breakthrough. He sees my Cave Goblins going to his side. He's like, fuck it, I gotta go for these Black Orcs. So he runs in. He fails 4 DTs. Loses 4 Knights. Awesome. He passes his stupidity check. He faces the Spider. He turns this way facing my Chariots. My Chariots will probably lose that combat straight up. If I have all my Chariots, I might do enough wounds. But it allows me a chance or two to still shoot him if I don't charge in, and then basically still bait him for another turn of charging. Anyways, he moves that way. Magic Face, he got 10 fucking dice. Are you kidding me? Goes ahead and does Pyroclastic Flow. Does 3 wounds onto my Chariot here. Then he goes ahead and he does Enveloping Embers onto my Goblins. And this is what I was talking about. I had all my Goblins at this point. Enveloping Embers goes off. Just burns off. Looks like 15 of my Goblins. My Cave Goblins. Alright. Shooting Phase, Bow of Elu, BAK! Just kills my Chariot. Now I definitely will not charge the Chariots in because 2 Chariots doesn't do enough impact hits the Sword Bastards. It threatens Sword Bastards, but doesn't do enough impact hits the Sword Bastards. Shooting Phase over here, he just starts shooting my Spider and he puts enough wounds on the Spider to leave me with 1 wound left. This War Machine shoots my Wolf Riders, kills all the Wolf Riders. And then over here, close combat. I'm like, I'm going great weapons. Well, he swings away. He only kills 1 Black Orc. My Black Orcs go back and boom! 4 dead Knights. 4! Oh, so he has a charge, a banner, and a wound. I have 4. He loses combat. He's too far from the general in the BSB. He runs. I chase. He runs a 10 on 2 dice. I roll an 11, and boom! I just catch his fucking Highborn Lancer unit. Holy shit! And not only that, but that unit was worth like 500 points or so. That unit was worth exactly 575 points. Holy shit! Holy shit! So my Black Orcs are now in a great position, and I repeat, my Black Orcs are in a great position. Now his general's in that bitches with bows unit, all right, and this is going to go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. This is the last turn. Now I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I could be greedy. I could try to go for the Sword Bastard unit, but to be honest, I could just avoid the Sword Bastard unit. I could just not even deal with it. I could charge my Black Orcs into the bitches with bows unit, all right, which I am. I do. Boom. I charge the Spider into the Bolt Thrower. Alright. I'll kill that. I'll probably win the combat. They won't be steadfast on the bitches of bows. There's only 2 people attacking the flank. Okay. And they're only, what, strength 3? So if I go in with extra hand weapons, I'm getting about 3 or 4 guys. I think 3 guys. I think I thought it was 4, but it was only going to be 3 guys in combat. But still, extra hand weapons. That's 6 attacks. I'll probably do 3 wounds. It'll still break the steadfast. It'll be a charge, flank, big flank, 3 wounds. That's a 6 combat res to maybe 1. So I'll win big. He's facing the wrong way with the Sword Bastards. I'll kill this unit, right? So I charge in like that, thinking like, I got this, right? I move my chariots back like, I don't have to fuck with you. I'm just going to shoot you. I shoot the common goblins at him. I shoot the freaking wolf chariots at him, the K-Pack. Close combat. 1 Black Orc dies. I repeat. He hits me. 2 swings. 1 hits. And he kills 1 Black Orc. I don't have a big flank anymore. And he's going to be steadfast. I killed like 6 of his guys. Or 5 of his guys. He's steadfast. He turns. He's cool there. It's going to start off his turn. Turn 6, Highborn Elves. He moves his BSB out of the unit. And apparently his BSB and his general in that unit. My bad. My bad. Okay. So he faces 1 to face the Spider. Now the Spider ate the freaking War Machine, no problem. This was a huge mistake by me. A fucking huge mistake. I didn't run the Spider off the table. Instead, I turned the Spider around to face the bitches with bows in the rear to hope that the Black Orcs. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's turn 6. It's turn 6. Again, I'm playing with my head up my ass. I could have just ran the Spider off the fucking table. He turns the Skull Splitter this way to kill my Cave Goblins to hope that he could panic me. Plus Pyromancy. Turns the other guy facing the Spider. Magic phase, he gets 6 power dice. He starts picking apart my Cave Goblins. As you can see, my Cave Goblins were close to the edge. Not enough. Not enough. He does Flaming Swords onto these guys. I don't know why. Onto somebody. Oh, onto the ones fighting the Black Orcs. Does Pyro Flow over here. Kills off a bunch more. And then Skull Splitter kills a bunch more. Now the deal is, I still had Past My Panic. Zod was there. Past My Panic. This fucker with the Bow of Elu kills the damn Spider. The last wound. These guys over here. This is the last picture of the game. Kills another Black Orc. My Black Orcs kill 3 more of him. They stick. Nothing happens. Oh, damn it. Well, nobody got the objective. At the end of the day, I made a comeback, guys. From a huge red match, I ended up getting 11 points. I will take it. We added up the points. We added it up again. I was hoping to fucking pop this unit right here. I was hoping to pop this unit. Now, for Team Mexico, let's go over that really quick. We ended up with a 79, and they ended up with an 81, which means Argentina beat us by 1 point, but pretty much that was in as close to a tie as possible. That I will take without being a tie. I will take that. My brother, he got a 10-10. Nope, that's the wrong game. My brother, he ended up getting 3 points. only 3 points against the Empire of Sonstal. I gotta ask him what happened in that game. Joseph pulled off a huge win against another Infernal Dwarf player, which is crazy. That's crazy. How do you get 15 points on a mirror match? Alan ended up pulling out 6 points against the other Charming Stellar, the Charming Stellar from UB. I ended up getting 11 points, which I should have got more points. I should have been the point leader here, but I totally gave that up. Gardy ended up getting a 10-10. I believe he called it a 10-10 before they actually played the game, which I wasn't really fond of that situation. But he says he plays that guy all the time. He's from Spain, they're from Spain, and he knows it's going to be a 10-10, so they just both called it like that. Neil Hamilton ended up pulling in another 13 points. Very solid player Neil is. Charlie ended up getting a 10-10 against the Dread Elf player, and Super Oracle ended up getting 11-9. So overall, everybody was playing close games, and we ended up losing by 1 point. But that's a hell of a day one, and against a team that's made up of majority Spaniard mercenaries, a lot of players are like, that's actually pretty good that you could pull that off, that you guys could pull off a very close to a tie against a team like that. So we're happy that we did. We're like, we started off great, and not only that, but we don't want to win 2 huge wins and then we have to fight the hardest team in the world, which I don't think that really mattered, because I think eventually this is going to come bite us in the ass. Anyways, guys, so that's how that goes. As for my army, let's go over the MVP first, and then I'll just go ahead and do the rest of the army. MVP is going to the Iron Boys. Guys, if you can hear it in the distance, there's just an ambulance going by. But the Iron Boys fucking destroyed a 575 point unit of Lancers, protected the breakthrough scenario, killed off a shit ton of points of Queensguard. Those Iron Boys stuck the whole game, and that is awesome. Even though it's just 10 of them, they did a great job. Those 10 earned more points in this one game than anybody on my army has in both games. Now, I gave some points to Zod and the K-Pack for that charge fiasco where they killed the freaking last 9 Swordmasters, but in reality, the Raiders ended up getting that, and the Raiders get the second honorable mention for just being at the right place at the right time to catch that unit. If I didn't kill that unit and I didn't kill the Lancer unit, I would have lost huge. I probably would have lost 20-0. But the Wolf Riders being in the right spot, the Iron Orcs being in the right spot, and everything just falling the way it did would have been just, it won me this game, and I'm glad that I got 11-9. And so far this tournament, I am still undefeated at ETC this year, even though that was a close one. That one was a really close one. All right, so that is how it looks. It looks like Zod got 312 points. Zod started earning points this tournament. Koopa got nothing this game, got 633 from last round. A-Rock got 180 this round, and ended up getting 540. It was only a War Machine, but 540 total in the tournament so far. Baxter only got 100 points. Ah, Baxter, you bastard. If I had Baxter, this game would have been a totally different game, but I fucked up. And this is not the only time this happens in this tournament, okay? In ETC, people pull off those double 6 charges all the goddamn time. It's ridiculous. But, I always watch people. Every time I play somebody, and they're always like, okay, I'm at 11 or 12.1 away, so you can't charge me. And I always think, like, dude, if it's a 12, I'm never gonna fucking do that charge. That's so ridiculous. But now I see why people do it, because people fucking pull off 12s like nothing at ETC. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Bazooka, him and the Horde got 359, which is a very solid point score for what I ended up doing in this game. Actually, they got the second highest. So they jumped up to 629 total, which I think is second highest. Bushwhackers only killed off the Lane Reavers, Cownado, and the Prophet and Cow. They got 230 points for killing off some archers. They almost got the objective for me, but just fell short. Crom Crom almost was a huge player, almost the MVP, almost fucking huge, but Crom only got 263 points and then died. K-Pack got only 180 points and lived, and then I had already told you about the Raiders and Iron Boys. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the total of, I mean, you guys probably already saw it, but my players, I'm going to put up the total of how much they got total for the tournament, and then how much the total is for each one of my units in my army. Guys, I'm going to try to get this, I'm going to try to get maybe another game in today. If not, I'm going to record it on the way to Strength in Numbers tonight, while I'm in a 5-hour car ride with my brother. But I doubt that I will, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see how my voice is, because my voice is starting to die down right now because I talk a lot. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Our next game is against Italy. Again, our next game is against Italy. And if you guys know who Italy is, Italy won first place last year. So we're playing the #1 team. Even though we thought we weren't going to play a top tier team, we're playing the #1 team from last year. And yeah, we'll see how that goes, guys. Alright, guys, till next time. I'll talk to you later. If you guys haven't hit like and subscribe, hit like and subscribe. Share my video. It's always helpful if you guys go ahead and promote my stuff as well. If you guys want to show your support, go onto my Patreon. Guys, I have a lot of people signed up on Patreon, and I want you guys to know, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Your support, $1 to $5 to $10, whatever you guys can afford on the subscription, that is awesome, because it allows me to start saving for next year and also recover a little bit what my wallet has taken a hit. So guys, everything helps on Patreon. I really appreciate it. Every single one of you who signed up for it. But besides that, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying my content. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos, and I will be putting up our next video as soon as possible. And it's a fucking great game. I'm going to tell you again, it's a fucking great game, the next one. Alright, guys, take care, and peace.